Hello, Maxtivity artists. It's a beautiful day, and I didn't want to be in the basement. I want to be out in the sunshine. So we're filming outside today. I hope it's a beautiful day where you are too. Or if it's not, that you have a nice cozy house to snuggle in. Well, we're going to be doing some art as usual. Today we're using oil crayons, and we're going to be doing a day and night picture. So we're going to have contrast between the day and the night. We're going to have bright warm colors and darker cool colors. That creates a contrast. That means they're kind of opposites. And opposites sometimes look really good together, as we will see. So get ready for art. As you can see, I have a piece of paper. It's about 9 by 12 inches, but it doesn't have to be exactly that size. Whatever size you have will work. And I am going to tape this to my table. I'm going to take masking tape, and I'm going to put a little, I'm going to cover the edge just a little bit so that when I take my tape off, there'll be a little bit of a white edge all around. So I want one big piece on each side. I'm just going to kind of sort of evenly tape it down all around so there's a little white border all around my paper when I remove the tape at the end. All right. So we're going to start with yellow. You need like a light yellow, a medium yellow, and maybe an orange, and a light blue, medium blue, and dark blue oil crayon. So get those out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lightest yellow, and I'm going to try to divide my picture just about in half. I'm going to draw a line right down as close to the center as I can guess. You could measure if you want. And this is going to be my day, and this is going to be my night. So I want to put a sun in the sky, and I think it might work if you have a pastel pencil, a white pastel pencil. It might work to just make the sun later, but if you don't have that, it might be good to do it first with tape. So I'm trying to cut a circle, which is not easy, out of this masking tape. And I'm going to stick that up here for my sun. We'll see if it works. All right, now I'm going to take my light yellow, and I'm going to make a curved line that goes about halfway up and down to the corner, and I'm going to color that in with my light yellow. Now I'm going to be smearing this later, so I don't have to color in every single patch of white, just mostly covering it. Then I'm going to take my darker yellow, and I'm going to color that in. Then I'm going to take my darkest yellow or orange and put it on its side. Ooh, my table has a pattern, and you can see that coming through. Now we're going to do the other side, and we're going to start with our lightest blue, and we're going to make a curved line similar to the one we did with the light yellow. They parallel each other. And we're going to color in that part. You can either put it on its side or use the point of your crayon. What do you think comes next? The darker blue. You are absolutely right. So I used my lightest blue, and now I'm using my darker blue, and then I'll use my darkest blue. 3 different values going on here of blue, different shades. Okay, now, moment of truth. We're going to take a paper towel or a napkin or something, and we're going to fold it up tight, and we're going to use that for a blending stump. So I'm gonna start, I don't wanna blend my blues into my yellows, but I do wanna blend my yellows. So I'm kind of going in a curve, and I can see that my middle yellow and my orange are blending a lot better than my light yellow. For some reason, my light yellow doesn't wanna blend. Could be they're different brands of oil crayons, and it could be that some brands blend better than others. But as you can see, I'm just going in a curve line. Well, I was trying to. Can't get that to really blend down there at the bottom. So I've kind of blended this side, and now my towel's all orange, so I'm gonna flip it around and use the other side for the blue. I don't wanna mix them together or I'll get green. So now I'm gonna be careful not to cross that center line because I don't wanna make green. Gonna go like this and just blend. I'm curving. My hand is curving as I blend them together. And I can see that I might need to add a little more. It's a lot of white spots. So I'm gonna go over that again with those different colors. And then I might kind of refold my paper. So I've got a clean paper towel to work with. And do that again. And like I said, the table I'm working on is kind of bubbly glass. So it kind of makes bubbles. So if you don't want to have any kind of texture going on, you probably should do it on a nice, flat, smooth surface. All right. Okay, I want a little more contrast. So I'm gonna put a little red up in the corner above my sun. Not gonna cover all of it. I'm just gonna put a little red up here and take a clean spot on my towel and blend that in, kind of creating a sunset effect. I'm gonna put a little black up here, just a little in this corner. And get clean spot on my towel and kind of blend that in so it looks more like it's fading to dark night. All right, I think we're ready to go to the next step in our picture. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is remove the tape. So carefully, so we don't rip the paper, I'm gonna pull off the tape. And you see how that's creating a nice border all around my picture? Whenever we frame a picture, it just makes it look so much cooler and more finished. And this isn't exactly a frame, it's kind of a oops, 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 my paper's coming off. Sometimes that happens. But it still created a nice frame. Okay. Now I'm taking a pencil. It should be a number 10 pencil or a charcoal pencil or this is a general layout pencil. It's a really dark pencil. And I'm going to draw a foreground here. And if you want to, you could draw all around the outside. I think I'm just gonna do that along the bottom. And we're going to make a tree right in the center. So we're gonna start with a trunk that's half on the yellow side and half on the blue side. This is the warm side and this is the cool side. And then gonna have a little branch that comes out here and a little branch that comes out here. I'm just using sketchy lines to start with so I can figure out where I want everything to be. And maybe another branch out this way. You can make your tree have as many branches as you want. Great. Okay, let's color in that trunk. Coloring in the trunk of my tree with my pencil. I wasn't sure how the pencil would work, over the oil crayon, but if you have a nice dark pencil, it should work. It should go on pretty smoothly. Okay, so let's make our branches a little thicker now. Now that we've decided where we want them, we can make them a little wider. And we could do some tiny branches coming off. Tiny branches coming off the ends. Make our tree a little bit more interesting. We just want really small little branches. Maybe put a few more at the top. And let's put some leaves. We're not going to draw one leaf at a time. I mean, you can if you want to. I was thinking we just kind of do some scribble leaves. Just some little scribble leaves here and there. Just kind of making little circles in a few places. But I want to leave room because I'm going to put some birds in my tree. I think I'll have a bird sitting right here. Now the easiest way to do a bird is just to do a little circle and then kind of an oval under it and a triangle hanging down. Look at that. Circle, oval, triangle. Got a bird. And you could pretend he's looking off into the distance so we can't see his beak, or you could turn his head sideways and give him a little beak if you want, just a little line. And let's put a bird up here in this branch of this tree. Circle, oval, triangle. Whoops, got some smears here. All right, let's see. If you want to put more birds in your tree or a cat in your tree, feel free to do that. I'm just going to darken this a bit. Maybe you want to put a cat down on the ground looking up at the tree. Easy way to make a cat, we do a circle, just like we did with the bird. And then kind of a little, like an N without a stem, or an upside down U. Look how easy that is. And then just some little ears. And if you want to give your cat a tail, you could give him a little tail like that. And we could do some grass. Notice how my grass is kind of going in different directions. It goes one way, then it goes the other way. Some are big, some are small. I don't want my grass to look like that. No, that looks like tally marks for tic-tac-toe or something. No, I want my grass to be big, small, left, right, skinny, thick. This makes it more interesting when you make grass that way. What else could we do? We can remove our sun, can't we? All right, let's take the tape off where we had the sun and see what happens. Look at that, pretty cool. And then we could put some more birds flying in the distance, couldn't we? Maybe one is flying over the sun. Birds flying away in the sky. And how about on our night side, we could use some stars. Let me see, I wonder if I have a white pastel pencil. And I think I'll try to make some stars with that. Yeah, I mean, it kind of works. They're kind of faint stars. If you had a white gel pen, That would work really good. I have to ask my camera woman. Do we have a white gel pen somewhere in the house?
Yes.
Maybe you could run and get one. I think a white gel pen would work better. This is, maybe I need to try a softer. I'll try a softer one. Oh, you know, this is a little softer. Prismacolor white pastel is a little softer than the other one I was using, and it's going on more nicely. So you could try that. Or you could try a gel pen, putting stars in the sky. We don't want them all to be exactly the same size. Some tiny, some bigger. We're gonna make a moon. When that gel pen comes, we're gonna make a moon and see how that works. Let's see, I'm excited. Okay, I had to get my gel pen going on a separate piece of paper, but now it seems to be working. Look at that, I'm making a crescent moon. And I've kind of got my crescent moon opposite of the sun. They kind of, there's a little symmetry going on there, isn't there? Our tree isn't exactly the same on both sides, but it's very similar. We call that symmetry in art, even if it's not exactly the same. And our composition on both sides is similar because we have birds in our tree, and a moon, and a sun. I am having trouble. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to, I might go back to my pastel. I feel like the gel pen is not working as good as the pastel was. So I'm gonna color that in. So we have a little symmetry going on in our composition with the birds, the tree branches, the sun, the moon. Lovely, the grass. Don't have a cat on this side, but if it was completely symmetrical, it'd be kind of boring. You want your pictures to be a little bit different on each side. I think that looks pretty cool. So now we have day and night. We've got the warm and the cool, the light and the dark, and wonderful picture. I hope yours turned out great. We got too hot over there in the sun, so we had to move into the shade. But here's my finished product. So this week, look for ideas of things you could draw, or things that you might include in a picture like this, and you could do another one. And you could maybe you like dragons or fairies, or maybe you like flowers. You could add some of those. You could do a whole new picture doing day and night, and maybe have different characters on each side of the tree. Or what could you have instead of a tree in the middle? Maybe you could have like a castle wall or something. There's lots of different things you could do with this.